Welcome to the Botanical Interests YouTube channel. I'm so excited about this new series that they're doing called the Creator Seed Diaries. My name is Kim Eagle and my business is called Grow a Healthy Garden. It is my absolute passion to help as many people as I can start their own gardens, whether they be big like this or as small as one container. Now, I live in Pennsylvania, Bucks County, Pennsylvania. I am in Zone 6B, borderlining Zone 7A. So this time of year, which is March, looks a lot like this because the snow literally just melted last week. So this is the time where I start to think about what I want my garden to look like and what I want to grow in the season ahead. Botanical Interests is where I go to for my seeds. I have endless seeds here by them because they have great germination rates and they have so many organic options, which for me is very important. When I go through my seeds this time of year, there are 3 that I am just not willing to go without. So let's talk about my top 3 picks for the season. Pick number 1 is the Bellstar broccoli by Botanical Interests. I absolutely love this one because it grows amazing, gives you really nice heads. I do want to preface this before I say any more though. You want to start these on the early side because broccoli doesn't like the heat. And as soon as it starts to get too hot, you'll notice that the heads start to get little yellow flowers. And at that point, that broccoli is bolting. So I get this started very early in the season. So it's March right now. I'm in Zone 6B bordering 7A, and I will start these seeds indoors 4 to 6 weeks early. But just so you know, you can transfer them outside 2 weeks before that last frost. So that's why I'm starting these today to make sure I get these big, beautiful heads of broccoli before it gets too hot out. Now, this type of broccoli, the Bellstar, is fantastic. It's delicious. And a little tip I want to tell you, you can eat the leaves of broccoli too. So don't be throwing those leaves away like the market does. The leaves have fantastic nutrition and they taste amazing. So the Bellstar broccoli is one that I will never go without. One little tip I want to give you is these plants, broccoli in general, they're very big. So make sure that you plant about 2 feet apart from each other. So if you have one little starter plant here and you think that you're going to fit a whole bunch in a bed like this, give yourself at least 2 feet, 24 inches between those starter plants. All right. So this one is an absolute fave. I make it, I roast it all the time, and I'm going to have at least 2 beds this year full of broccoli. My second favorite seed, a pick that I also don't go without, that I recently just started in the last couple years, is the cabbage. I love the red acre by Botanical Interests. Such a wonderful, beautiful red cabbage that it grows. I do want to mention, just like broccoli, these plants get very big. So for the red cabbage, I'm recommending anywhere between 12 to 24 inches between those plants. Now, this is the time of year also that you want to get this started. Typically, you want to start these seeds anywhere between 6 and 8 weeks before that last frost. Also, like broccoli, you'll be able to transfer it out 2 weeks before that last frost date. So starting them early is definitely going to be key. These get to be pretty good sized heads. I have to say, when I cut my first one open in the last couple years, when I first started these, I couldn't believe the gorgeous colors. Now, for me personally, I'm someone who loves to roast their vegetables. So I started roasting red cabbage, and I cannot even tell you how delicious that was. Just a little bit of olive oil, a touch of salt. You roast that and you are gonna definitely enjoy the red acre cabbage. But again, big plants, give yourself enough space and don't plant a lot of little things around it because it is likely definitely to be shaded. So when it comes to these 2 that I just talked about, the broccoli and the cabbage, these are your brassicas. And please, if you're someone who battles the insects, these you want to cover. All of my brassicas, I always make sure I have those hoops on them and I cover them with netting. If you do that, they are going to be fantastic. They're going to be protected. You're not going to be picking off those caterpillars all season long. So definitely for the brassicas, make sure you've got some kind of hoop with some kind of netting, and that's going to take all of the pest issues away. My third top pick would be the Genovese basil from Botanical Interests. I absolutely love it. I plant a ton of it, and I have to say, it smells incredible. It tastes incredible. If you've never grown your own basil, this would be the herb that I would tell you you have to grow for sure. Now, this one you can start about 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost. I do plant a lot of basil, but also just a tip for you, you don't have to just plant a ton of it if you take care of your basil in the right way, meaning if you pinch basil so that it grows bushier, instead of letting it just get super tall, you're gonna wanna pinch it in the right spot and you'll get a really bushy plant. So that helps you get a lot more basil without just planting a ton of smaller plants. Now, this one is a definite fave of mine because I love to make pesto. And pesto has become sort of a family tradition ever since I started gardening. Like everyone in the fam, my son, my husband, are always excited for the garden season when the pesto season starts. And the pesto starts with the basil, having the best basil. So there's something about that smell of the basil from the garden that just tells me, all right, it's time to make the pesto. And I bring it inside, I make a huge harvest, I bring it in, and I have an incredible recipe. And I feel like it's just a family fave. And it makes me feel like, okay, spring, summer has definitely begun when the pesto season is here. So I can't say enough about growing pesto. I personally like the Italian Genovese type of basil. There's lots of different basils out there. I do actually grow a holy basil as well, which is delicious if you like Thai dishes. But the basic generic one, meaning the Italian basil, you can just never go wrong with it. Not to mention on top of some kind of pizza, any kind of Italian dish, you are going to be rocking it when you have this basil. So make sure you get it started before that season if you're planning indoors. Give yourself lots of it. You can never go wrong with a lot of it. And if you make a ton of pesto like me, I actually put it in ice cube trays, make tons of it during the harvest season, and then I have it all winter long. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts on recipes, the way you harvest these things. If you're a broccoli, a red cabbage, or definitely a basil fan, comment below. I'd love to know, how do you use these? Have you ever had any issues with them? Because if you have, maybe I can help you out, or maybe you can help us out if you have any tips. Definitely put them below. Do check out all of the other creators as well in the Seed Diaries, because there's been so many great stories about the seeds that they grow, why they grow them, the tips to grow them in the right way. And follow Botanical Interests, subscribe to the channel, because we have so many fun episodes coming up with this new series. My name is Kim again with Grow a Healthy Garden. I am on all social media, Instagram, Facebook, and I have my own YouTube channel as well. So do subscribe to Grow a Healthy Garden. I look forward to seeing your basil and broccoli and red cabbage, and I hope this inspires you. Maybe if you've never grown those before, give them a try. That's the whole fun part about gardening, trying new seeds and seeing what they might do for your gardening journey.